So now that you know the basics, this is how to turn on your Nintendo Switch. On the top left-hand side corner of your screen, you're gonna see that power button. Just hold on to it. And then we should see this coming on, which is your Nintendo screen. So that's the first screen that you're gonna see ever once you turn on your Nintendo. If you fully turn it off, you're gonna see the same type of startup, except for everything else that we will see here. So I'm just gonna turn down the volume a little bit because that'll get in the way. And we're just gonna press English. So this is a touch screen. However, you guys could control everything with these guys. So I could go down like so, or I can touch the screen itself. So it is a touch screen. I could touch right there and then just press OK, or press A, press OK. So I'm just gonna do that just to keep the screen clean for now. So I just want to mention that you could set this up with your TV. Throughout the process, we can do that, or we can skip that and then set it up later. It's no big deal if you do it later. However, right now we're gonna just do everything. We're gonna do the entire setup. So let's go right into whatever makes sense to you. Just choose one. America's is for me. Then we can just accept the license. So just tap on the second one. Then we're gonna press on next. Again, this is a touch screen. Just don't want to touch the screen not to get it dirty for the video. But other than that, you guys can go ahead. I'm also gonna zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can see better. And right here we have tech design, PlayStation. So that's not the one that I want. I want this Wi-Fi, which is tech and design YouTube channel. I can also choose any other one, but for now we're just gonna set it up with this one. Obviously you guys will have your own Wi-Fi, so make sure to know your password because right now it's gonna ask you. Once you put in your password, it's just gonna connect up. So make sure not to be too far away from your router. If you would like to hook this up through an Ethernet cable, then you guys do have to choose the dock. So just hook it up to your dock. But for the main setup, we do have to use your Wi-Fi. We're just gonna tap on OK or just press A on right here, your Joy-Con. From here, just choose whichever, again, makes sense to you. For me, in this case, it's gonna be New York. I'm just gonna select that. And right now, it's gonna ask me if I want to hook this up to my TV. So right now comes the part where we can set this up with your TV and we can use the dock for that. However, most of you just want to play. And I will show you how to set up your TV later on anyways, but let's just go throughout the main setup first and then we'll do the switch into your TV so we can hook it up right. So again, I will show you how to set it up with your TV later, but right now let's just get down to play this and we're gonna set this up later. Right now it's what it's telling me it's to take out the Joy-Cons, so I'm gonna have to do that. Well, I showed you guys how to do that already. Just press on the back button of your Joy-Con, just slide it out. And from the back, press that back button. We're gonna slide it out. Now we have them both. And at this time we could hook it up to this. For example, we could just slide it in, hook it up. We don't really need to for the setup, so we're not gonna. We're just gonna set it up really easy. So again, we're just gonna press next, and that's with the A button right here on our Joy-Cons. The next screen's just gonna tell us you can use our Joy-Cons for whatever, and we can stand it up like so. It's just giving you a quick tutorial of what you can do. It's gonna press A. I'm gonna go in next. So right now, if you don't have an account, create one. But if you do have one, just import your data from another console. So you could do that as well. So in this case, I'm gonna assume that you guys are brand new to Nintendo. So let's just go throughout the first option, create new user. And then we're gonna go throughout the other option to import user data from another console. That's gonna be another video. Right now for this one, we're assuming that you're brand new to Nintendo. So let's just press that, create a new user. We're just gonna go ahead and choose this guy, for example. We're gonna have to type in a nickname. You don't have to use these for that. It's faster just to type it up. So we're just gonna put tech for now. Press OK. And here we go. We're gonna press all right. So if you don't have a Nintendo account, I highly suggest getting one right now because in order to download apps and all that stuff, you do need a Nintendo account. If you don't have one, you could set this up later. However, I highly suggest creating one right now. So just click Nintendo account even if you don't have one yet. So you're gonna press A and then it's gonna be preparing. So it's gonna ask you if you have one or you could create one at this point in time. So a system update is required. Yep, most of you will have that. Just press OK. So since a system update is required, it's not gonna let us link the account at the moment. It's pretty much a glitch because we should be able to do that right away. Let's just go into later. And from here, you can add additional users. So if your brothers, sisters are gonna play with this, your parents, you can go ahead and put them in, or you can just skip this. I'm gonna skip it for now. right here is online. So do you need this? Well, it depends what you guys would like to do. There's a bunch of things in here. You can get a bunch of free old school games. Well, not free because you're paying for it monthly. But yeah, you guys could go for this. You don't have to. In this case, I'm not going to. There's a bunch of games that we can't play without joining this, so I'm not going to. And we're just gonna go to next. At this part, if you're a parent, you're setting up for your kids, you should set up some parental controls. There's a bunch of options there. However, you don't have to because this is Nintendo after all. But yeah, you can restrict this to timing and everything, so that's a good thing about this. However, for now, we can set that up later as well. Let's just skip. And your setup's pretty much complete. So right now on your control, it's telling us just to press this home button, which we will right now. And we're getting home. So that would be it for the setup. We're pretty much done with it. At this point, as you guys can see, there's absolutely nothing. So if I want to download stuff, then I can go on into down here below and I can choose this option, Nintendo eShop. There's a ton of free games. I made a video about, well, not all the games, but a lot of free games that you can get on Nintendo, which does include Fortnite for those of you who like Fortnite. Here's my battery percentage. That's my Wi-Fi signal, which is very low, so that means I'm pretty far away from my router. Albums, that's where you can take screenshots. Controllers, these are these guys. Or if you want to add more controllers, such as the Pro Controller, you can do it from there. If we move on to the side, we're gonna see system settings, which is something that we have to do. So we have to update our Nintendo, and we're gonna do it from there. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So you just go right into there, and then you just have to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, all the way down to you see system. From here, just tap on system update, and then you're gonna start up the update. So that's the last thing that you wanna do, so we can actually log into our account, create an account and everything, because it wasn't letting us before we updated our system. So make sure to do that before you get on with anything. Anyway, since I'm done with my setup, I can actually place these back. So I'm just gonna swipe these guys in again. Gonna swipe this one back again. And here we go. I'm just gonna press B, and you guys can start playing. Now, if you guys would like to set this up with your TV, it's really, really easy. Anyways, what you guys need is your docking. So here is my dock. And the way this works on the back side, you're gonna open this up first of all. So you just open it up from the side. You guys can just pop it open. It just pops open just like that. You're gonna see an AC adapter, HDMI, and LAN. You do not need LAN. LAN, that's just for Ethernet. If you want faster internet on Nintendo Switch, you don't have to. HDMI, you do need that connection, and you do need the AC adapter. If you don't have that hooked up, it's not gonna work. Don't worry about your Nintendo. It's meant to work this way. So what we have to do is just hook up our HDMI cables that came with our Nintendo. So here are the HDMI cables that came with the Nintendo. We're just gonna hook these guys up. So here's HDMI, here's Nintendo, same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up in here, just like so. And then here comes our charger. So this is the AC adapter that we're talking about. This is what you're gonna use to charge up your Nintendo Switch. Now you can charge it up here in the dock, or you can hook it up directly to your Nintendo Switch. So right now, we're just gonna plug this in, like so. We're gonna run the cables through the side, just like you saw right now. They're just coming through the side. And we're gonna close this off. Do we have to close it off? No, you could just leave it open. It's no big deal. It's just gonna snap in, as you guys will hear right now. There we go. As long as it snaps in, you're good. So it should be nice and flush. Cables coming from the side. Now this will obviously go to your monitor or your TV. Just make sure which source you're plugging it into. Just remember that one. So you will have to change your TV to source 1, source 2, source 3, depending which one it is. And this does have to be plugged in. So make sure it's plugged in at all times when you want this to work with your TV, or else it's not gonna. Next up, what you wanna do is just take out the Joy-Cons from the sides. And that's because you want to have some controls, right? In order to do this, we're just gonna put this on the sides. And then, in order to place this here, you're gonna place it like so. So here's my Nintendo logo, all right? We're just gonna place it like this. So we're gonna insert it. And then once we insert it, we're gonna see this on our screen. So again, I'm just gonna slide in my Nintendo in here. And then on my TV, should be getting a signal right away. So again, just notice which HDMI you're at. And here's my screen. So I should see that it's charging. So up there, it should say it's charging. See, it is hooked up. That's the only way that's gonna work. Now make sure your Nintendo's not turned off. So make sure you can see the screen once you slide it in there. And then with your controller, you can just go ahead, go into continue, and you're pretty much done with the setup. It's that easy to set up with your TV. You don't have to do that much. And that's because it's that easy. So right now what you have to do is control everything with your Joy-Cons. So I could choose my settings here, my system settings. And then scroll all the way down. You're gonna see TV settings. So here's your resolution. Most likely everything's okay, but click on it and make sure it is what you want it to be. So if your TV can go up to 1080, go ahead and do that. That's all Nintendo can do anyways. And right here we have RGB. And right here we have our color range. So again, I would leave it as automatic. You could do just full range. I would choose that, but automatic should be fine for you. You can adjust the screen size. So if you see any problems, you could adjust it from here. So here's your safe zones. Everything's okay on my end, so I'm gonna leave it as 100%. However, I could bring it down to, let's say, 97 or so. So I could bring it down and just make sure everything is inside my screen. Right now, 100% is perfect. Other than that, right here, if you scroll down, you're gonna see a couple of more options, which does include TV sound. Now let me just show you that you could change it up to automatic, surround sound, or mono. It's really whatever your TV or monitor has that you should change this up to. For me, it's stereo, and stereo is fine. So it is that easy to set it up with your TV. Again, this will only work if your Nintendo is turned on. What does that mean? Well, let me just slide it out because you can do that. So right now I just slid it out. Yeah, it's very dark. Make sure the screen is on once you slide it in. Don't let it turn off on you. So then slide it in. You're gonna see, there we go, that your screen might just change up and then it's supposed to load up the screen like you see right now. So in this case, oh, it's actually HDMI 2. I thought it was HDMI 1 for me. Anyways, automatically went to HDMI 2, so that was perfect in my case. If you can't find it, then change it up to whatever source your TV or your monitor has. But anyways, that would be it. That's how easy it is to set it up with your TV. If you guys have any questions, comments, you guys can write down here in comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.